I don't want to live in a hole anymore. It makes me feel poor.
We are poor, but we're happy.
Come see, come sa. Anyway, the views are better above ground. Honey, I'm 7 non-Fox years old now. My father died at 7.5. I don't want to live in a hole anymore. And I'm going to do something about it.
I just showed you a clip from the movie called Fantastic Mr. Fox, a movie where it depicts a fox who, despite having a good job and a loving family, still has this compelling need to fix his life. Admittedly, I and many others draw parallels to this quote and find it so deep because we too will always have this sinking unfulfillment in our lives. But why does that happen? Let me show you. It seems now more than ever we should be in a time of happiness and luxury, especially with all these advancements in technology, right? My phone is a source of infinite knowledge. You can write, photograph, text, call, play, or do anything. People all over the world have this ease of luxury, and we have so many new opportunities for happiness with things like a phone, a massage chair, or televisions. And with social media, we have mass amounts of connectivity all over the world. I love being able to chat with anyone 24/7 and hype my friends up too. But mental health, especially across generations, has been horrible. According to the National Library of Medicine, 1/4 of all Gen Z report more bad days than good, and 44% of Gen Z and 48% of millennials say that they're mentally healthy, while 71% of baby boomers admit positive mental health. And it's evident, we've seen the glamorize and romanticize sadness in praise of detrimental behavior. Such a fucking loser. I need to learn my place or do something about it. God damn. If you haven't noticed by that quote, I actually wrote that in my sophomore year of high school over losing a basketball game. Oh yeah, I was sad and that's totally fine. To be honest, I only chose to express myself that way because I saw constant examples of the media showing hardship making someone better. I actually grew up surrounded by happiness in an environment that fostered positive mental health. But rather than using less abrasive language or confiding in loved ones, I chose to go all in on my sadness because I wanted to be sad in order to be better. So again, why do we have this need? While mental health is very much a holistic issue and comes in many different circumstances, I wanted to focus specifically on forced productivity and our competitive culture to answer the question, what has technology and our environment done to the mental health of younger people? We can trace back the importance of the self and how that grew into optimizing ourselves all the way back in early Western philosophy, using oneself as a starting point to morals. It was Kant who emphasized that we are free, autonomous, and individual beings. So when making any choice, moral or not, it is up to our own individual rationale. Rene Descartes questions everything and found out only his thinking was a guarantee, and then famously stated, "I think, therefore I am." And ideas of existentialism ushers that we are free individuals and we should actually maximize and have good use of our own self-freedom. So again, we can trace back many of today's current thinking back to our personal responsibility of self-control and optimization to our own self-freedoms. We very much live in an environment that is simply indifferent towards one's mental health and is only valid on one's achievement. Michael Foucault introduces the technology of the self, where people intentionally set themselves up by rules to follow by in order to optimize themselves. This can surface in routines, rituals, cold showers, and many other things, all in the name of self-optimization. We've taken Foucault's idea on self-improvement and heavily popularized it in our own modern environment. We gained a sense of control, but we actually only reinforced an achievement society that will boast our insecurities. We can draw similarities of our environment to a disciplinary society. While we studied the harmful effects of the technology of the self, Michael Foucault also describes a disciplinary society where one becomes docile due to authority, and the way we use social media right now is very much the authoritarian force. It is a mix of these concepts that truly deceive you. Society as it stands reinforces self-optimization, which ultimately leads to a highly competitive environment. Subjects, people, become docile bodies who begin to internalize surveillance and no longer resist. We have allowed technology to creep into our lowest and most personal times of our lives, the toilet, standing in line, crying, or just needing to cope. Gen Z and the media are intertwined as one idea, as we were born in a technological boom, but it's been a proven negative all over the world. In a survey, 40% of Gen Z reported negative mental health impacts due to technology, while baby boomers, on the other hand, only reported 10%. But we shouldn't demonize or shun people for appreciating, validating, and needing support from others. It's how humanity and culture survive. Productivity has been created through competitiveness, and with positive reinforcement from loved ones, it can actually boost productivity and foster good mental health. What is important is that your insecurities are being taken advantage of. And in a fast-paced, deceptive environment, it will only benefit you to take a step back away from all the nonsense and to stop comparing yourself to others. To answer my initial question, I think that our achievement society, especially with the help of social media, has really capitalized over Gen Z's insecurity, and we simply lack the resources and the knowledge to fight against their influence. Thank you for watching.